The feeling of loneliness and homesickness, feeling like you're always out of place. There's like a vibrational distance between you and most of society, maybe even your family, um, friends. It's like you're evolving at such a fast rate, or your energy body is purging things. And you just feel like you have a different conception of love than most people. Like things seem very childish. They seem very like, okay, this is like the beginning levels, but like let's get past this. Let's get past this like, moody, pouty teenager thing. And it also leads to you feeling sort of like lost and giving up on people, because you're like, after a while, when you try to go deep with people, you try to have more intelligent, educated conversations with people, and not even in the sense of book smarts. I'm just talking about like heart depth, having an expanded emotional palette, um, being able to talk about a wide range of things, being able to talk about different ideas, different concepts about God, the universe, all these things without putting labels on it, without having people's egos be triggered, and realizing that, everyone has a fallible I have a fallible, subjective view of the universe just like anyone, and no one's perfect and no one is all knowing. But when people have that kind of shaming, like me against you, tribal mentality, it's just so dumb. It's like, why are you don't tell me what to believe. Don't tell me who and what to believe. I'll form my own conception of what is in my heart, what is my higher power, what is God. And as long as it's going towards love, like, and I'm not hurting anyone, I don't see the issue with it. So the weird thing is just that you feel like you're not connected to people. You feel like it's all a charade, and you just get sick of it. You need like a years long break from it because it's so fake. You feel like you're degrading your soul, and that's the issue of it. You feel like, even with friends, with family, it's just everyone's living on a script, like they're living Groundhog Day over and over and over and over. And you're like, am I even here? Does anyone even see me? Would anyone even care if I'm gone? I feel like they don't really see me. I feel like they put me in a box and they have an idea of me and they force me to conform to it, but that's not love. But everyone thinks that's love, but most of Earth is just trauma bonds. It's just trauma bonds and forcing people to conform and forcing people to obey their rules and do their little tap dance and be a little robot. And it's like, you know, talk about generational curses. I wrote a book called Breaking Generational Curses in Your Bloodline, The Black Sheep's Guide to Liberation. Um, but this whole this whole planet is a generational curse. It's not just your family. Your family was giving you the preview, giving you the blueprint. Like, I see my family as like a mini matrix that I had to sort of conquer and overcome to understand what the larger world was like, to actually um, understand the way people are, like human nature, how people really are, which is that crabs in the bucket mentality. When you try to get free, they go to their programming, they try to drag you down, they don't understand growth, they don't understand expansion. When you're shining love out of your heart, you're acting as a clear mirror for them. So it's like, I always felt homesick for this deeper love, like this real love. Like, I want real love that actually nourishes me, like real care for the sake of care, love for the sake of love, because love is amazing, love is awesome. There's no reason. I'm not like trying to angle with my social status or money, or use people, or use them as like objects, as, you know, like like certain people want a husband or a wife as like a trophy to show in their pictures, or just because they're attractive, or just because they have a certain amount of money. And it's just so nasty and gross after a while, just the way people are in this world. You just get really sick of it after a while. Like, it really wears on you, which actually leads to a certain anger and resurrection of your truth, and a resurrection of your power, of like, man, I'm sick of this. I don't want to put up with this. I'm sick of like the stupidity all around. And they're trying to push the stupidity on me. Like, I don't want to do that. And it's your job, if you feel this way, to speak up and be that lighthouse and that radio broadcast tower for people that do still feel something in your heart, and that want to rise up, that want to like be in their power, that want to speak up, and live a joyful, empowered life. But it's just like that longing that very few people, I could probably count them on one hand, the people that actually make me feel that really deep spark within, like that deep inspiration of just power and truth, and like I want to embody more of who I am. And what's the greatest act of inspiration and love is like living your life in a way that inspires people to be themselves and to come out with their deepest truth and their deepest self, even the things that they're embarrassed about, and make them feel empowered. Like you're an aspect of God, whoever I'm talking to right now in this video, you're an aspect of God. What is in your heart is sacred. You may not think it, but it is. You may have just hidden it. You may have just been told that you're not worthy by family or friends. But that loneliness and that homesickness, it's like having a very different, it's just like you just always did a different dance. It's like having such a unique energy signature. It's like just a lot of people don't get it. Like they just don't get it. It's just kind of residing with the higher. Like I feel like I float more. Like I'm in like the crescendo and the descendo. I don't know if I'm saying that right, the musical term, but I know I'm saying crescendo right. But like I like to float and fly. Like like sometimes I don't want to be part of the human world because it's so like it's just like a crash. It's like war. It's like nastiness. It's like ego bumper cars all the time. Everyone you interact with, it's so friction and nasty and ugly and high school popularity contest. That's definitely how American culture is. Anyway, if you're watching this from another country, tell me um, if it's different in your country. But I feel like the global programming and these kinds of things are so intense now that you know the same in a lot of places. But sometimes I just want to float, and I feel like so many people, you have to put that mask on just to interact with them, just to like be part of their high school popularity contest, or like their match, or like their ego duel. Like you feel degraded because you feel like, oh, I have to be the mask. I have to be that, like they can't see me, and it gets exhausting. So you kind of have to carry this around of just not being seen. And I was saying to someone recently, like almost when I meet soul family, when like I meet aligned souls, like pure-hearted people that we just see each other and we don't have to do the whole act, and they feel like more like my home vibration, it's it's almost strange because I'm almost rusty, because you almost forget what it's like to be around someone who sees you when you've spent a lot of years or a lot of your life being around only people who project their insecurities onto you. They project their pain onto you. They project fear onto you. They even see you as like dangerous, or like the boogeyman, or like the big bad wolf, or the supervillain. If you're like, if you embody a different energy, if you put yourself out there, if you're confident, so people projecting their fear onto you and their insecurities gets exhausting too. So what I'm saying is, you have to like, I know you need to spend a lot of time alone. You need to like, it's hard because a lot of times you only want to be with God, and then the mannequin and the doll and the dress up act, like putting on the masks in this world, gets so exhausting. And it's okay to have that feeling. Like you're really not crazy for having that feeling and feeling like you don't fit this world, because this world can be so fake and like spiritually just bankrupt. And we can aspire to like pulling down that energy, pull down that divine energy, channel it, and then you're going to inspire others. Because I spent a lot of years very alone, very lost, very like no one gets me. I feel so alone in the world. Like this is terrible. And then I started posting stuff online a few years ago, and because I just was like, I want to see if anyone else feels this way. And since then, I've received, the last year or two, I've been receiving a lot more feedback. It's very inspiring. And it feels very good to know that, like, oh, you went through that? Yeah, I went through that pain and this and that. And you're really not alone. And working on your craft, working on your inner power, your innermost inspiration, and pulling that out of you is the thing that's going to bring people towards you. And I promise you whatever you think is so embarrassing and that people won't relate to, I promise you there's a lot of people that understand it. They're just too afraid to, just to say it, just like you, because they've been shamed out of it for so many years, but trust that the love in your heart is unique and you came to embody a new vibration, and never give up when you feel like people are doubting you or gossiping about you or putting you down. Take the necessary time alone to cultivate that inner power and go forth and be great and own your greatness.